There are 4 items on the consent agenda. The approval of the minutes of September 14th, regular. The approval of the release, which is a very long list. And then the payrolls for 9/14 and 9/28.
Thank you. First, I'd entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes of September 14th, 2011, regular session.
So moved.
Mr. Marchese, second. Mr. Vail, thank you. All those in favor? Okay, unanimous, Linda. I'd just like to mention on the executive session minutes, I had put together a little committee, which was myself and Mrs. Benton. We went back through 2004 when I joined the committee. There are things that have not been released prior to that, but I really felt that's not for us to do. I was able to connect to the 2004 and up, and so it is a lengthy item. It is lengthy, and it's amazing how the law has changed a little bit too, which made some of them time to be put out in public. But so they are at the Roman House, and they are open for anybody who would want to glance at them. But honestly, they don't say anything, so it'll be interesting. So I'll take a motion for the approval of the executive session minutes for release on the attached list. Mr. Marchese.
I would just like to ask to have possibly maybe 2 or 3 separate motions, considering that some of the people on the board haven't been here as far back as '04 as you have, and I've only been here since '09. And I wouldn't feel appropriate approving or releasing stuff that I wasn't involved in. So.
That'd be really difficult, though.
I
It
don't,
wouldn't be that difficult. I mean, I was here
it would be
from '09.
because I'm the only
Then you
one,
have to go
2004.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't.
Could you just then, if you feel uncomfortable, we could just abstain?
Sure.
The people who feel uncomfortable, and maybe we'll
Yeah.
have 4 votes to approve it.
Yeah,
Because
and-
it's really not saying that you agree with anything that's in there, it's just saying you're approving the release of the minutes to the public. But I do understand, you might not think they should be released, but hopefully with Mrs. Benton and myself.
So what was
Mr.
the
Hayes.
process of deciding what was to be released and what wasn't to be released? You and Mrs. Benton went through each
Yeah.
executive session minutes and...
Anything that named names is not released.
Right.
The others that were released basically said, we had a discussion of teacher contract negotiations.
Right.
They really said nothing.
Very vague, yes.
Very vague, yeah. Mr. Marchese?
Just as a follow-up comment, the scenario would be the same as if someone wasn't here at a regular meeting and we're approving minutes. Generally, we abstain from approving the minutes because we weren't in attendance.
Right.
So it would be the same scenario here.
But by
That's
law,
the
you
reason why I
can't
brought it
approve.
up, so.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yes.
It's not the same scenario because you appointed a subcommittee to do the work. This is the subcommittee's recommendation. You vote on the subcommittee's recommendation, not the same thing as approving minutes. These minutes have all been approved
No,
in the past by other committees.
No, I understand that. All I'm saying is the ones that I'm involved with, then I'd be comfortable with releasing those. The ones others that I'm not involved with, that's all. So I can abstain,
But
that's fine.
but I just want to make it clear, it's different than your normal
understand.
voting release of minutes.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's like the warrants.
All right, so did we? Yeah, I know.
So you want to do it by
Okay,
year?
no, I'm going to take one vote.
Okay.
And we'll see if we get 4 votes. Mr. Hayes?
And just one more question. So by doing this, we're going to be in full compliance now with the open meeting law?
Yes.
That's the purpose?
That was the purpose,
Okay.
yes. All right, so I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the executive session minutes for release on the attached list. Do we have, Dr. Quick, thank you.
Motion to approve the executive session minutes for release on the attached list given.
And do we have a second? Mrs. Bonish, thank you. Okay, all those in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, Linda, and opposed? 0.
Yeah.
Abstain. Were you in favor or opposed?
She was in
Oh, I'm
favor.
sorry,
Yeah.
6.
6 approved.
6, I'm sorry, I didn't see your hand. And then 1 abstain. Okay, thank you. I'd entertain a motion for the warrant articles. Do we have a motion to cover the, Dr. Quick?
Motion to approve the warrant articles as stated.
Okay, do we have a second? Mr. Hayes? All those in favor? Okay, unanimous, Linda. And we'd move to approve the payroll of 9/14 and 9/28. Mr. Hayes.
I make a motion to approve the payroll of 9/14 and 9/28.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Marchese. Everyone in favor? 6, Linda, and 1 abstain. This is Carol. Okay. Thank you. All right. Our next item of business is the student representative report, and we have a new student representative, Kelly Wilcox. Welcome.
Thank you for having me this evening. This week at the high school,